Hi there. I'm Mindy Schoeneman with Sincerely Me, and today I want to talk to you about what makes your business unique. More specifically, I want to talk to you about your unique selling point, or USP. What is that? Well, it's something that's often viewed as a weakness. What do I mean? Well, for example, if you're a brand new business with no real clientele and no experience, then that could be viewed as a negative. But you could flip that negative and turn it into a positive, making it a unique selling point. How? Instead of viewing only the downside to being new, think of the upside and how it could benefit a potential client. By framing your narrative differently, you're not without experience. Instead, you're creating your own standard practices as determined by your customers' needs. Another example of turning a what seems to be a negative into a positive and a unique selling point, let's talk about a local event space that boasts some crazy cool lodgings too. The event space can hold 50 people inside and 50 people outside. It's in the middle of wine country, right outside of a historic rural town that's primary trade is tourism. There's lots to see and do, and it's a beautiful and unique space. Because it's in the midst of wine country, though, there are several wineries in the area that also have event spaces that can hold several hundred people. Weddings are often held at these wineries. So, how does a small event space compete with large spaces at the local wineries? By flipping the negative message on its head completely. You promote the experience that the space offers instead of its size. It's not the perfect place to have a large wedding. It's not going to work out. But it is the perfect place to have a small, intimate wedding or a destination elopement. The space isn't so large that a small wedding would be swallowed up by it, but the beauty and the all-in-one package of event space, unique lodging, and the tourism-friendly area are enough to make it feel like a luxurious experience. So you sell the experience instead of the size. Another example, there's a local distillery that's smaller than the smallest distillery legally distilling in the U.S. The amount they distill in a year is what many other distillers spill on the floor in a day of production. While at first glance you might think that this means that they can't compete with a larger distillery, the real unique selling point for that business is the fact that they are so tiny. They can devote their attention to creating a truly handcrafted product where the larger operations can't. The messaging involved in that, well, that's a gold mine right there. So what do you do if you're not that unique? Let's say that you're a content marketer or a copywriter like me. What do you do then? Well, find your unique selling point by figuring out what makes you different from me and every other copywriter out there. So start by figuring out what kind of work you like doing. Why do you like doing it? And what problem will that work solve for somebody? Then figure out who needs you to solve that problem for them. Once you know who you're selling to, it's much easier to see how you can help that customer in a way that no one else can. So, I'm Mindy Schoeneman, the owner of Sincerely Me, where I help my clients brand and market their business in a way that's true to who they are. I believe that sincerity is a powerful thing, and being sincere in our branding and marketing helps us attract our ideal customers, the ones that we love to work with. That's what makes me different. It's not all about the immediate sale. It's about putting your message out there in a way that brings in the customers that you love to work with and creating a relationship that's going to last. Because you know the best place to find new business is by asking customers that you've already worked with if they've got something that they'd like you to do. So, what about you? What makes you different? What's your unique selling point? It's time to figure it out.